Okay, we are getting to the point right now where we're going to be evaluating our letters in order to put them together because we're going to be cutting out our names, okay? The first couple of letters I want to talk about, and if we look at this, okay, so I have Tyler right here, and then we have Mariah right here. Now, the first couple problems that we're running into is Mariah felt like she didn't need to fold all of her letters. So when we look at this H right here, we are not symmetrical.
That's like a good H to me.
It is not. So, but you keep telling yourself that. So what ends up happening, and the same thing, now we have, okay, I want to compare some Y's here. Now the first thing is Tyler did what he was supposed to do, and he folded his Y. But the only issue that we have with Tyler's is he's got this weird little angle right here, right? Like that's not how they look, is it? And then this one, Mariah did not fold hers, so again we have some little wonkiness going on here. So you help me with a minute. All right, so with Tyler's Y, we're gonna do Tyler's Y first. One of the things, so I usually cut this first part right here, but the thing that Tyler didn't get done was it's coming from this top part right there that we want to have this together, and we want to stay parallel to this edge that we set right here because we didn't do that. So now if we open it up now, ooh, we're getting a little better, right? But the only thing that we're having an issue with is this is thinner and this is thick. This is double the thickness. Why do you suppose that is? Because it was folded, right? So when I fold this, I have 2 times the material there. So with this stuff, I kind of got to cut it about half of what I was doing before. And then I'm going to try and stay parallel again. And this is still going to be funky, but we'll do another one and it'll be better. So right now, I think your V was a little, or this part right here, the triangle from the top, the V is a little too deep. So let's try that again. But the same thing happened with your E, and we have that folded a million different ways, which is hilarious to me. Now the first thing with an E that makes it better is if you take an E and you cut off this part right here, it's automatically going to make it look better. You see that? Then the next thing I did, again, this space is doubled because we folded it. So I'm going to fold this back up, and I'm going to cut this at about half. And that will be better too. Now the other thing that we need to talk about with this is this space right here is too wide, right? So if we fold this back up and say, okay, I just need to bring that down just a tiny bit. And again, I don't know where all the folds came from here.
He was struggling with that one.
It's all good. Just keep folding it. So if I open this up, right now I think I have a much better E, okay? So we're good, we're getting there, right? And then your L, the same thing. This space right here is a little wider than this space down here. So we want to just pay attention to it. The other thing we can do is we can start to hold these letters up to other letters, and your E and your L, at least this lower horizontal portion of it, seem to compare well. All right, so that's kind of what we want to do in order to clean these things up, is to make sure that we just have everything about, is this the right size? No, so we want to make sure that we're matching these letters up and making sure that they're there, okay? Now, it's good, and we have time to practice with everything, so we can do that. Now, getting back to Mariah, the other thing is this R, and it is very pretty and very stylized, and we can deal with it. And we got this by folding this part down, right? If you watch the video, it's a solid angle here, okay? So the videos, the QRS video playlist will work well for you. The H we can fold vertically, and when we fold that again for me. So when we fold that vertically, what'll end up happening is we will start to see where our issues lie with this. And right here we got a little wonky cut there, and then when we flip it over we got a wonky cut here. So let's fold everything in order to get it where we'd like it to be. Again, this part right now I'm going to be super picky about because I want you to get the basics down. It's like learning addition and subtraction so that you can multiply and divide, all right? So we're going to go through and we're going to be super picky about this, and then later on when we go into the secondary project of this, we'll be a lot more creative with it, okay?